Going Noah. Better than going nowhere. By a lot. It's kind of what I want to talk about today. A lot of people are new to preparedness. A lot of people have been into preparedness for a long time, but are redoubling their efforts based upon the situation in the world. By the way, I'm Bear with bearindependent.com, and we're on a walk to my range to do these things. So there's a thirst for information right now, and has been for a long time, regarding preparedness. But the proliferation of social media and platforms like this here on YouTube has given a lot of people a voice. And by and large, that voice is rewarded with quick clicks and likes and shares, and whoo, it's hot out here, monetization and blah, blah, blah. And so the best voices, air quote, are rewarded with a larger audience. That larger audience oftentimes lends credibility to these voices. And my concern is that a lot of the people out there who are speaking on subjects they know nothing about, or their basis of understanding comes from a book or other YouTube videos that they've watched, rather than real world life experience. And a lot of the people that have the most real world life experience are the quietest on social media, because either A, their job requires it of them that they keep a low profile, or B, they're busy doing the things elsewhere. They don't have the time or the interest to make a video or 3,000 for the internet, and then have to deal with the hecklers. Everybody who knows everything in the comments. So oftentimes, unfortunately, those subject matter experts keep their mouths shut. And oftentimes what's left are people who are giving you their opinion about something. And so I wanted to coin a new phrase today. You're going to hear it pop up elsewhere. Somebody was sleeping here last night. Good to know. I'll see you in November. Let's coin a new phrase. Pop culture preppers. And ergo, they're following pop culture preppers. Whiz-bang gadgets. How to bug out in the wilderness. 12 reasons the zombies are gonna rape your dog and eat your kid. Or whatever. My concern is, A, the conveyance of bad information. That's why we started this channel in the first place. Was because of the conveyance of what I consider to be bad information. And then B, people taking that bad information and running with it. And then, when the rubber meets the road, they make mistakes. Or they do things that they shouldn't have done, because the only information they have on the subject is bad information. Which leads me to my next point. You have to test everything that you hear, including what I tell you, because what might work for me out here may not work for you. Recently, we were in New Mexico, and it's a completely different environment in New Mexico than it is in eastern Oklahoma. Hell, the eastern Oklahoma I'm in right now, that's 98 degrees and 80% humidity, is a different eastern Oklahoma than it's going to be 6 months from now, when it's 19 degrees and the wind's blowing 30 miles an hour. Okay? So you have to take the information that's been presented to you and then go use it so that you can determine its applicability to your circumstances, your environment, your physical abilities, the group or size that you have, right? You've got to do more than just listen. That's the difference between information and knowledge. Or I've also heard it said information or wisdom. Information is me or anybody else just telling you something. Well, you see, what you need to do when you come up to a trail like this is, okay, that's a good place to start. Knowledge is you coming up to a trail like this and getting out here in the woods and doing it yourself and learning from that experience. And then with your group, your mag, your tribe, your team, your whatever, taking that information and relaying it to them and continuing to build upon that foundational knowledge that you've got. And again, my concern is with these pop culture preppers, because believe me, I understand the back end of YouTube, how the analytics work and the value of a title and a thumbnail. It's what's called CTR, click-through rate, and how that turns into views, which turns into monetization and or off-site clicks for somebody's website, mine included. I get all that. I know how to play that game, but I'd really rather not. I don't want to play a game. I want to help as many good people as I can so that y'all can be better. Still recovering from pneumonia, so my lung capacity is not what it should be. Yet and still, here I am. And it's freaking hot. Another thing that doesn't convey on camera is the environmentals. The air is incredibly still right now. Oh, spiderweb. Detour. That's a rarity for Oklahoma. Only happens on the hot days in the summer. Could be completely different where you are. You know, just out here walking in the woods. If we were patrolling, A, I wouldn't be talking on my phone. B, I'd be going a lot slower. C, I would want to move when there's wind or ideally rain to cover the sound of me moving. And also, when there's rain, if I'm patrolling or moving on a target, that gives me an increased chance to deploy the element of surprise. Little things like that. You don't get on camera, right? They don't convey. And here we are to the range. Ooh, a very big dog came through here. Might be my very big dog. We'll confirm later. But my point is, on these pop culture preppers who are doing things for clicks and likes, but not actually sharing any real world experience, beware. That's all. Because I don't want you to onboard bad information. And any information you onboard from me or anybody else, you should put into action to determine that it'll actually work for you. I'm interested in your comments down below. Bless y'all. Shalom.